Perfect.
No, it's not, but it will be.
Sir, you wanted the program to go to print today.
Yes, I know, and it will. I just want to add something to it. This is a speech. It's from a speech my brother made when he was sworn in for president. I've been looking for something to close out the program, and I've realized this is it.
And who will be reading it?
I will be.
Of course, sir. Is there anything else?
No, I think we're finally on track. So, call you about the program. Today our country takes a step for freedom. I'm a lucky man. I've been blessed with the honor of leading you for many years, but I've never been more fortunate than today, because now you have chosen me to lead you. I will do everything in my power to honor that choice.
Don't you say another word, Edmund.
And a very good morning to you, too, Cassie.
There's something in you, just a piece of something that tells you when you've gone too far.
You know, I think I might be able to ask you the same thing.
Those are Richard's words. That's his inaugural speech. Wait a minute, do you plan on reading that at the fundraiser?
Yes, I do.
So what, did you think that if you said it enough, that if you practiced enough, that you could do it justice? Well, you can't. There's not enough practice in the world for that. That was written from a place of sincerity and truth. That's where Richard lived. And you can never get there. Not ever. And I think it's time that you realize that. Do you understand, Edmund?
Enough.
Mr. Mayor.
That is exactly what I need you to do.
What is that supposed to mean?
It means you don't want me to become a better person, because you need to keep on hating me.
Why is that, Edmund?
Because then things, at least in part, stay the same. And everything's changing, Cassie. Kids are growing up, hotels up and running, everything's changing. But at least maybe you can still love Richard, and you can still hate me.
That's insane. Those two things have absolutely nothing to do with each other.
Oh, yes, they do. You like absolutes, Cassie. My efforts to make myself a better person just upset your sense of world order, and so you hate me all the more.
Okay. Well, that theory only works if you're making progress, and I don't know if you are. But you're crazy to think that if you read those words, you're going to be anything like Richard, or that you're going to make something up to him.
I don't. I don't. You're right. Cassie, I prepared my remarks, and I realized very quickly they weren't nearly enough for Richard. I wanted to do something. I wanted to say something that could truly honor the man. And aside from getting you to be able to come to the Gala event, I haven't been able to do that. But reading his speech, I feel at least that I'm getting closer.
It's a very nice speech.
It's a very nice speech. Cassie, what he wrote is so far from my experience. He cared for me. He felt so much for people he didn't even know. I don't know how to do that. I think I'd like to learn.
So you think now you can?
I don't know. But I think he's teaching me. I know it sounds crazy, but I really believe it. Cassie, you have Richard in a way that I just don't. You're able to hold on to him, knowing that you loved him unconditionally, with all of your heart. And I just don't think I ever did. But this is my one chance to love and honor my brother. And I'm going to take it. So if reading his speech is going to keep you from coming to the gala, then I'm sorry. I'm truly sorry about that, because I would really like you to be there. But I'm going to read his words. And then I'm going to try to live by them.
With this. Before, Edmund. I don't own Richard, and I don't own his memory. And I think that you wanting to better yourself is great. I've told you that. I just heard you reading those words, and I snapped, okay? I just lost it.
Well, I was going to tell you about it.
And if I asked you not to read it?
I'd read them anyway.
You don't get it, do you?
Well, apparently there are a whole lot of things.
Well, you think about yourself before you think of anyone else. That's what makes you different than everyone.
Face it, Cassie, most people do it that way.
No, they don't. No, they don't. You know, until you change that part of yourself, you're still the same person. It's just now you know it.
Well, I guess knowledge is at least a part. Maybe I can start to change.
Maybe. And maybe not.
Okay, then. What do I do to become a real live boy?
You know, it's not that easy.
I know.
Most people have people that they love more than themselves. People they would do anything for. Edmund, you know, I have my children and I have my friends. And I know this is going to sound corny, but you need to learn to love.
I've loved.
I don't mean romantic love. And I don't mean a love that makes you feel good. I mean loving someone enough to want to make them feel good. That's how Richard lived, Edmund. That's who he was. You know, until you learn to do that, those are just words on a piece of paper.
Cassie?
Yeah.
I hope my reading this speech won't keep you from coming to the gala.